Hello, my friends. Nice to see you. I hope you're having a great day. In this course, I want to teach you something really amazing, and that is how to build amazing backends for your PHP applications. But let me show you. The best way to see what I mean is if you could go to this web page. The address is filamentphp.com. Now, please click on this button down here where it says Admin Panel Demo. You have a navigation here, you have graphs here, you have tables with data here, and also if you can click on this table here, for example, you can edit the content of this data set, right? You have even text editors here, and you have things like that you can move these items here in their order. You can upload images and much, much more. I mean, I could spend like half an hour to show you these things, but let me show you, for example, the search here. I type any letter here, and then it finds all the words that contain an F, for example. All right, but that's just a small part of what this amazing tool can do. Look here, you have notifications, for example. This is a real cool backend. And if you create something like this with PHP, you need weeks. I speak out of experience here. But with these tools that I'm going to show you in this little course, you just need hours. Imagine you build something like this in hours, and you can make a lot of money if you sell this to your customers. You can get a lot of admirers in your company if you say you created this in a few hours. And also, if you know how to do this kind of stuff, you can get a great job in the programming industry. So, shall we start? Just invest maybe 3 hours, 4 hours to do this course, and I will show you all the amazing stuff. So unfortunately, you need a little bit of prerequisites to start with this course. A little PHP knowledge, I think, is enough. I've been doing this for 23 years now, but just follow me along. If you have a little PHP knowledge, it's okay. But you need on your computer PHP 8.1, the newest version, and you need a MySQL database. And of course, you need an editor. I always work with PHP Storm because it's the best PHP editor out there. You can download a free test version that you can use for 30 days. Also, you need Composer installed and also Node.js installed on your computer. If you don't have any of those things, this course comes with a PDF. You can download this PDF for free in my Laravel Academy. The link for the download you find below this video. Also, it would be nice, it's not really super necessary, but it would be nice if you work with Git. And there is a program, the name is Source Tree. And this program is there to visualize Git. I will show you everything. And I'm also recommending to have a GitHub account, and I will be using a tool called GitHub Copilot. I will tell you. And I also use usually GitHub CLI, but that's not really necessary, okay? It's just I wanted to mention it here because it's so practical. Okay, but let's get finally started now. I am here on a Macintosh computer and I start with opening a terminal window. If you do not have a terminal program yet, maybe you are on Windows, for example, you can look in the internet and download any terminal program to have this usual Linux standard type of command line. Okay, so this shouldn't be too difficult, but if you have a question, please put your questions in the comment. There are no stupid questions. I really will answer all your questions, and if necessary, I will make another film to answer your questions. Okay, so I have this terminal here and I am in my home directory. So the first thing that we are going to do is to go to a folder where we want to install Laravel. So I have this folder, it's called dev, and dev in my case, it stands for development. So I go there and here I have some subfolders. So let's go to courses, for example. In my case, let's see what I have here already. Some stuff. Okay, let's create in this folder a new Laravel project. So as you can see, I opened my Chrome browser. And here in the Google search bar, I just search for install Laravel. That is the PHP framework that we are going to use. And then I click on this first link here where it says installation. And then here is this navigational link where it says your first Laravel project. We're gonna use that one. So what I'm going to do is that I copy this line here where it says Composer create project. Let's copy this and then let's go back to our terminal here. All right. I will paste this in here, but before we hit enter, let's delete this example app here and give our own name for the project, which will be, let's say, Filament -course. Okay, you can choose whatever you want, but I'm gonna use that one. So what is happening now is that Laravel is installed in this folder and there will be a new subfolder automatically created. I will show you. If I say ls here now, then I have this new subfolder Filament course and I will cd into this folder like this, and then I am in my project. If I type ls here, then I see the usual files and main folders for my Laravel application, but we will see this in the editor much better. I just wanted to show you. Before I start any project, I make sure that my Git is installed in this project. So I'm gonna say git init to create a Git repository. Then I say git add and then colon to add all the files to the new repository. All right. Now I can say git status here and I see everything is green. That is a good sign. That means that everything was added with this command here. All right. Now the last thing that I do is to make a commit. So I say git commit and then -m for message, and I just say Laravel installed. Right. Good, but we're not finished. Let's open now this new folder in our editor. So, as I said before, I will use PHP Storm here. So I say File Open, and then I just go to this folder where I have my project. Here it is, Filament course, and I say Open. I trust the project, and then I have my project here open in the editor. It immediately tells me to run npm install, but we do this a little later. Here the README that is automatically open, we can close. So here you see the folder structure of a fresh Laravel application. And actually, if we look in the front end, we can already see this application. All right. So to do so, we go back to the terminal. All right. I'm going to clear this up. And there is this command called php artisan serve. So everything that has to do with the framework Laravel starts with php artisan. And with this command serve, I start a small web server. Here you can see the address of the web server. And I'm gonna open this in my Google Chrome browser as well. So I go to the browser, paste that in, and then I have the front end page of Laravel. Here you can see we have currently version 9.3.7. Probably when you see this course it will be already Laravel 10, but don't worry, there's not so much difference from 9 to 10. I expect at least, maybe it looks a little bit different when you do the course, but it should be kind of similar. Now there's one more thing we have to use, and that is a database, because without database it's boring, right? So I have here the web front end for my MySQL database, which is PHP MyAdmin. But you don't have to do it like this. You can use any other program to access your MySQL database. It's okay. But I use this program because I really love it. Okay, you see I have a lot of databases here, but now I will create a new one. So I say new here, and I will call this database course_filament. Of course, you can choose any name that you want. What I am going to do now is that I copy this database name even before I create it. So I copy this name and then I say create. So I chose this name course_filament because then this database is already automatically here in this folder course that I created, or that the program created for me. All right. Let's go to this database, and it is an empty database, no tables found. But we will change this in a second. Now, let's go back to our editor. Here in your Laravel project, you have this file with the name .env. Please open this file. And here in line 11, you see DB connection. And here down there in line 14, you see DB database. Here we put our database name, and we will put the username, which is usually root, and you have to put here also your database main password. This password, sometimes it is root, sometimes it is empty, but in my case I set a password and I'm gonna use this password here. All right, let's save this file and let's go back to the terminal, because now we are going to test if our database connection works. So one thing I have to tell you, here in this window of our terminal, we cannot use this window because already the server is running here. We need a new terminal window. So on my Mac, I just can say Command T, which stands for New Tab. And as you can see, it opened a new tab here. But I'm still in the correct folder Filament course. That is important, that you are in the correct folder. And here we will execute a command, and the command is php artisan, and then we say migrate. And I will show you what this is. Let's hit enter. And here it says that some so-called migrations were executed and some tables were created. So if I look in my Google Chrome and I refresh this page here in my database program, I see that I now have 5 tables. And these tables are the standard tables for our Laravel application. So it worked. Great. Now we have Laravel installed and set a database connection. And in the next lecture, which will be a shorter lecture, we will create an admin user here for the users database table, and we will install Filament. Yes! See you in the next lecture.